G'day everybody, how you doing? My name is Dan Feuerriegel, and I'm here today to talk to you about the next chapter in my graphic novel series, Fractured Shards.
Heard you work in the dark case. You murdering motherfucker! Execution order.
A 9. What can you find? How can I destroy him?
Access granted.
I spy with my little eye.
Fractured Shards is set in a dystopian future where the world is separated into the glittering paradise of the lights and the slums of the district. Detective Sebastian Vitro works on the most horrific of cases between both of those worlds as an enforcement officer. When a horrific crime occurs, sometimes that moment in time can fracture, opening up glimpses into that event. In Volume 2, we follow along as Sebastian and Abigail try to solve a case using those fractures before they are permanently put on ice. Now, who would like this book? Fans of Judge Dredd, Transmetropolitan, Ronin, Ghost in the Shell, and other cyberpunk dystopian stories, as well as people who like the movies Blade Runner, Watchmen, Minority Report, Dredd. If you like your comics with tons of action, mind-blowing visuals, quality feel, and production, then this book is for you. We have some phenomenal Kickstarter rewards. We have digital and physical versions of the graphic novel, variant covers, signature book plates, original artwork, getting yourself drawn into the book, and some fun things like an hour personal Zoom call with me. So please, pledge your support, and thank you very much for taking the time to check out our Kickstarter. Have a good day.
G'day guys, how is everyone? We are just about to hit the launch button on Fractured Shards Volume 2. So we're going to hit that button now, and then I'm going to bring Dan on, and we will say hello to everyone. Hey Dan, how you going, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing? Good to see you again.
Yeah, good. We've got a bunch of people watching today. This is phenomenal, man.
Well, this is a first.
Yeah. Yes. Well, you know, as always, it's always great to see you. We always love leaving our live events to the last minute to make sure everything.
Yeah, we were going through a few troubleshooting issues just before, so we're like freaking out. But you know, we got it. You know what you're doing. So lucky you're here, because I would have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to this kind of stuff. But
yeah. Well, you would be used to these comments. Gorgeous as ever, Dan. But I'm going to stick this one up, which says, Shaun, you're looking lovely this evening. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, I think we're going to take you out of the book now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a glow. So yeah. You know, I've just sold my house, my rental property, so I'm very happy this evening. So going to celebrate, but we're here to talk Fractured Shards Volume 2. Give everyone a little bit of an update on what is happening with Fractured Shards Volume 1. And then give everyone a little bit of time to ask any questions, delve into the Fractured Shards universe, what we're going to do for Volume 2 and moving forward, as well as, and maybe a little bit of a live read and a giveaway or two. So
yes, we got one of these bad boys to give away. There we go. The light is shining.
It's very cool because I've been watching Teen Titans at the moment, and they use those in almost every scene. And I'm like, talk about a product placement.
I know. I wonder how much Apple paid for that one.
Yeah. So what we'll first do is we will share the our screen, which is our project is now live. So this will, as we can see, we've already got 4 amazing backers. So thank you very much. But I will stick this link into the chat so that we can people that want to support the campaign can do so there.
Yeah. And we'll go through a list of all the pledge, the rewards and things like that for each individual pledge as well. And how much did we raise for Volume 1, the Kickstarter? How much was that?
A good question. It was
like 27,000 or something like that.
Yeah, it was 27,572, which is absolutely amazing.
That's insane.
That is insane.
61.
we got 420 backers, which again is amazing, especially for a brand new book. But on top of all that, we've got just such an amazing community. Like I can see we've got about 65 people watching us live at the moment, which is absolutely amazing. And that interaction with all of these people that are out there is phenomenal. And throughout this chat, we'll throw up some comments that people are making it. So it will be really, really awesome. So.
It's a fabulous bunch of people. I remember just having great conversations with them from the last live stream that we did for the last Kickstarter, and everybody's been on board, and it's been a wild ride. Like Shaun just showed me just before we went live, the physical copies of Fractured Shards. There we are. It's just the coolest freaking thing ever. Like, open it up, show it out. I'm so excited to get my hands on that. As soon as I get a copy of that, I'm going to do a video.
Let me go large so I can really show people what, like.
Look at that. Look how badass that is. It's so.
And I picked the page with your dad on it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So we've got it. There's the. Bring it up again. See the second from the top, that right there. That's actually that's my dad. That's actually my dad that we drew in there. So that's really cool. Yeah, it's awesome. I know. I remember we got some excellent feedback when we sent out the digital copies, and I'm just super excited to get the physical copies because that for me makes it feel real. Then. You know, you've got it in your hands. And so I'm so excited to get a hold of that. And I'm really excited for Volume 2. We've already got an outline for would you say not a spin-off, but an offshoot of the Fractured Shards universe.
Yeah, so we don't want to give too much away, but we're going to do.
Well, I'm not going to give anything away, but it's we're creating a universe.
Yeah, which is very, very cool. So I think that you had a grand design of what you wanted the universe to look like, and now we've kind of got that ability, thanks to again this amazing community, to actually put that into play. So the really cool thing about this as well is that it's going to be predominantly female created. So we've got, a fantastic person that's helping Stephen write the book. We've secured an amazing female artist, and even the incentive cover or the variant cover on that book will also be done by a female artist. So for me, I'm like, I find that really cool to be able to say that we're putting together something within this universe, but using like an all-star female cast, mate. So and then the book is going to be have a female character as the main lead as well. So
I'm really excited about that, and as I said before, I can't wait to get my hands on the physical copy. So send them through, please, Shaun. I would really appreciate that.
So I have seen a couple of comments, so I will let everyone know that's my job next week. So I will be bagging and boarding. I will be making sure that everything is all packed and sent off. So, you know, for our both, unfortunately, with our Australian and international backers, we'll miss out just getting them before Christmas. But you know, they will come, you know, before this campaign actually finishes. So I think that's a good segue to go back to the campaign. So, oh my god, oh, wow, damn. So yeah. You guys are amazing.
That's really good.
We haven't even gone through anything, and you're amazing.
And also, for everybody that's watching, do you want to give the breakdown of how we give one of these bad boys away?
Yep. Okay. So to get those very cool AirPods, sorry, what you need to do is comment on this live stream, whether it be on Facebook, on YouTube, or live on Dan's page on Facebook. Then you need to head over to the Fractured Shards Facebook page, which I will put in the links in a second. Make sure that you have liked that page, and then back the project while we are live on air, and we will select one lucky winner to receive those as an extra thank you for your support. So
yeah, yes. No, absolutely. And to the 18 backers already, like, we're so grateful for you, and we haven't even gone through like any of the rewards or anything like that. Do you want to do that now? Let's go.
Nothing. Let's go through that first. So first things first is we always look at how long and what we are looking to raise. So again, we're looking to raise that $10,000, which will pay for this whole graphic novel. Anything above and beyond that, like last time, will allow us to create more. So I think the best thing about that is, with the last Kickstarter, there was a bit of delay in getting it out because we were raising funds to produce the whole book. But because we did such an amazing job with you guys, we've literally only got 6 pages left for volume 2 to finish. So as soon as volume 1 had done, we've got Ricardo back to onto volume 2. He's down to the last 6 pages, and it's already being sent over to Kevin Anthony DeCasto, who's our amazing colorist. So so that's the first things. As the video said, it gives you a little bit of information around the book. Now, again, the book is supposed to be 48 pages, but this one ended up going to, did I say 60 or 64 pages? So it got padded out quite nicely. It's perfect bound. It looks beautiful. It's nice and shiny. It looks
magnificent. That's me on the front cover, ladies and gentlemen.
That's that. And then you know, you're a published author, mate. A published author. Man. There you go. Which is so cool.
It's such a trip. I'm like, what?
I tell you what, I would really love if you can get someone to film you when you open up the box, because I wish someone had done it for me, because there literally is nothing like that first time you open something that you've created and like you physically have it in your hand. You're like, oh my God, man, like, you know, 12 months, this is what I've been able to accomplish, type of thing. So
yeah, it's such a cool feeling, and also just getting getting every page, you just kind of see it slowly come to life is just phenomenal.
Yeah, so moving on with the campaign, we've got the awesome standard cover by Ricardo, which is very cool. We give you a little bit of information about the series. If you don't know, it's based on Dan's character, Sebastian Vetro, who works as an enforcement officer. There's 2 kind of districts within this universe: the Lights and the District. And you know, the Lights is all glamorous and beautiful. The District is the slums, And Sebastian kind of, has a foot in both worlds and is trying to, do the right thing in regards to closing cases, making sure everyone is kind of looked after, but does not always go to plan. So it's a very cool.
And also, Sebastian, he's got this ability where if he feels a really powerful, energetic kind of force, say like a dead body or something like that, I'm able to see fractures in time, which I can see and feel things that have occurred in that instance. And it just makes me a much better detective. I'm able to see things that normal people wouldn't be able to kind of obviously see. And that's only kind of like the first layer of how deep we want to go with this particular thing. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, it's such a cool concept, I was always a fan of what was that one where that based off the Medium. Always was a fan of that, where this is kind of just a little bit more grittier and dirtier and that. Yeah. And I really kind of like that idea. But this cover is by an Australian artist called Jamie Johnston. So he did covers for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and everything. We're looking at, not sure whether this will be the final design, but that is what it looks like at the moment, which looks absolutely
badass. It's so cool.
I love it, but whenever you deal with like real professionals, he's like, I'm not quite happy. I just would like to change a couple of things. I'm like, look, mate, if you're not happy, I want you to be happy. But Dan's happy, just so you're aware. And he's like, that's cool. So
it looks so cool. I love it. That's me and Abigail.
That's it. So we've got, yes, we should let you know that there's nudity, swearing, and everything in this book. So it is an adult book. And then we just run through the first 10 pages. So what we really like to give you guys is an idea of what this book is going to look like, so that you guys, can not only make a decision on whether you want to support the project, but you kind of get an idea for the story and kind of like that as well. So
and you can see right there, see the victims and suspect kind of thing. They're all backers of the project. So that is one of the rewards, which we'll discuss a little bit later. But depending on which tier of reward you go for, you can. We'll explain that later, but everybody there is a backer of the project of Volume 1.
Oh, no, that's got to be one of my favorite things, like dealing with everyone, especially with some of these people having the Dan experience, and we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. But having now spoken to them, actually interacted with them, to kind of see them in the book is really kind of cool as well. So we've got that. So we're just going down a few more pages. I won't read it or do anything like that, guys. You can jump on and have a look at that. Then we've got the gruesome case that they're going to solve. Now, these are the fractures. So these light blue panels is when Sebastian is having a fracture. And then this is Abigail, which is really cool. She was just mentioned in Volume 1, but she plays a bigger part in there. Now, as the video said, who will like this? People that like Judge Dredd, Metropolitan, Ronin, Ghost in the Shell, and other cyberpunk dystopian stories. If you like Blade Runner, Watchmen, Minority Report, or if you just like Dan and Dan's quirky sense of humor and ideas, then you're going to absolutely love this book. Now, myself personally, I'm from Comics to Movies. We've done about 19 campaigns, which this one is our lucky 20th. Which is amazing. So we just want you guys to kind of understand that if you do pledge, you are 100% going to get what you pledge for. So we'll make sure that that is all 100% done for you. You don't need to worry about that. Now, here we go. We get into the fun part.
The nitty-gritty.
Now, Now we've got the digital rewards, which is $8 for those people that already have Volume 1. So if you just want Volume 2, you can grab that for $8.
And that's digital. That's obviously
purely digital.
Sent to your email.
Now, for $12, we've got the PDF pack, which is a very cool reward. We've had a couple of other friends supply their comics. So not only do you get volume 1 and 2 of Fractured Shards, but you get Oxymoron, which is another kind of psychedelic type of a story about a serial killer. You got Voodoo Nations, and you've got Gorilla My Mime, which is a very interesting take on a guerrilla detective, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So it's done by an Australian called Big Tim Styles. So that's really cool as well.
Big Timmy.
So, yeah. Then we go into the physical rewards. We've got the main cover for $29 and get all the digital rewards on top of that. You get the amazing draw-in exclusive print of all of the characters or people that were in the last campaign, which is really cool. So you get the book, the limited edition print, and all of the digital pack. $40, you get the incentive cover or the lights package. For $75, you can get both, which includes the digital pack as well. And then this is where the real cool stuff comes in. So we've got the Sebastian sketch rewards. So these are just an example of a couple of the ones that were done in the last campaign. So that is amazing. You get both books and the digital pack. This is the one that you were talking about, Dan, the get drawn in.
Yep.
So this is really cool because everyone gets their face drawn in as a background character, whether it be a victim, whether it be a bartender, someone on the street, something like that. So that's really kind of cool in regards to being able to be a part of that universe. So that one's for $300, but it is limited to only 15 people. So we can only have 15 people in the book because it does get a little bit more difficult after that. For $400, it is the Dan experience. So not only do you get the original A5 sketch, the print, you get a live one-on-one 15 minutes with Dan. Now that will be split into groups of 5, and you can ask him pretty much anything. It was the conversations last time were quite interesting, type of that. So that's amazing. So that's for $400. Mm-hmm. Then for $550, I love this one. This is the personalized sketch with Dan's character Sebastian. Now, this is an example of it, but some of the ideas people come up with were fantastic. I've got actually, let me grab another one. So,
it's just me. I have to hold carry the ball. I've got to carry the ball.
Look at this.
I haven't seen
cool is that. You haven't seen that one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
This is the one I love, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Up and iron at the gym.
How buff I am. Look at my arms.
So, you are buff, man.
Yeah, look at those arms. Look at that. That's for damn sure. Well, especially when I'm doing.
And then I love this one too.
Oh, yeah. Yep. She's listening to me complain about life. That's so cool.
It's such a cool idea of being able to, get yourself actually doing something with the character. Now, these are all one-offs, so they are not reproduced or anything like that. I think eventually down the track we might collect them all together and put them in a art of Fractured Shards or something like that. But it's very cool to kind of be able to have that as a one of a kind piece. And all these type of stuff, you can also do it for other people. So if you've got a family member, or you just know someone that absolutely loves Dan and would think that's a great birthday or Christmas present or something, we can always have that done, and you can give it to them later, which is cool. Now, the big one, we did change a little bit. So we've called it the Ultimate Dan Experience. We've used the same photo, but it's not in the tub. So
it's not going to be in the tub anymore.
No, it won't be in the tub anymore. But so this one gets you absolutely everything that we talked about before, but also a one-on-one 1 hour session with Dan. So that's your ultimate experience. He's going to give up quite a lot of his time for these rewards, but it is limited to only 5 people. So and that one is $1,500. Now the final things.
Quick question, Shaun. Just one question. The get drawn in,
yes.
The higher levels, like the earlier ones is you're just in the background, but in these levels you get drawn in as a character that interacts potentially with Sebastian. Is that the case, or
is that what you're making it?
Isn't that what we did? have I fucked this up?
We did that. We did do that last time.
Yeah.
And I think we might do some of those little offers down the track.
Okay.
But at the moment, these ones are just in the background.
Yeah.
But if you do follow the campaign, Dan does do this type of stuff quite often.
Yes, I screw up everything and just ruin it all, and because if because $550, it's a lot of money. $1,500 is a lot of money. $400 is a lot of money. So if you do go down that track and you stay consistent and chat with us, I'm generally pretty good at going, you know what, you can be drawn in, you can interact with me somehow. I guess it's a little bit more difficult because we do have a storyline that we're creating, and a lot of the time, we don't necessarily have all the characters that interact with me can kind of make sense to be random people. It's characters that are already established and things like that. So that's why we're very, I guess, selective with who we pick and choose. But you never know. There's been a few lucky people who are in volume 2 that I think will get a massive kick out of what we've got in store for them.
Yeah, and look, the one I would love to kind of do is would need to work out kind of a price point, but to do like a mini story. So maybe a 3 to 5 page story at the end of the book, so that we can have it solely around that person and everything, which would be kind of cool. So yeah. So finally on these ones, we've also got add-ons. So for people that have missed out on the first volume, you can just add on volume 1 to any of the pledge levels that we've created. So we've got both the standard and variant. We've got some really cool signed book plates. So these are all signed by Dan. They are limited to only 250, and we have sold quite a few through the first campaign. So we have limited these add-ons, but you can get either the standard book plate or the variant book plate signed by Dan, which is very cool. And then we've got a couple of graphic T-shirts. So these are just the covers of the books, and you can add them to any reward as well. So then finally, just who's involved. This is, Dan's baby, co-created with myself and Stephen. Stephen's also been helping with the script writing from Dan's ideas. Ricardo is the artist, and Kevin is the colorist. So an amazing team all together. And then just to keep everyone on their toes, what we've done is come up with some really cool incentive goals. So our first goal is to hit that $10,000 mark. But if we can get over that, the more we can get, the more we will give you guys, and that is at no extra cost to you guys. So we will come up with some really cool extra things. We've done exclusive sessions like this for only backers. We've done extra digital rewards, extra physical rewards, prints, stickers. So there's a bunch of different stuff.
And also, if any of the backers or any of the fans comment on the Fractured Shards page or comment here, what you would think would be cool, what you would like to get if we reach those stretch goals, like what you think would be pretty awesome. And so, we'll take that into consideration and we'll go with that. Oh, wow. Nearly 3K, lads. My God.
I need to scroll back up to the top.
Let's go look.
Oh, wow.
Damn. Of 27 backers. My God, you guys are beautiful.
You guys are amazing.
Let's see. If we get it to 10 grand, I'll get naked. No.
There you go, guys. He said it live. If we can get to 10 grand by the end of the stream,
if we get to 10 grand by the end of the show, I mean, it'd have to be.
Well, you didn't say you'd do it on camera. You
That's
just
true.
Said
now you've ruined it. Now no one's interested.
Oh, sorry.
Oh man. Thank you, Joanna. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Yeah, comment what you think would be kind of cool. Yeah, I know it's too late now, but hey, full frontal. Oh God. I mean, we got to get to 10,000, so people got to start paying $1,500.
Oh, that's absolutely amazing. Thank you to everyone else that's
it's so good. And great. From 27 backers as well. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And just one more thing. Fractured Shards Volume 1, our Kickstarter campaign, what did we do? We became the third highest Australian backed graphic novel ever. And the third
most funded.
We want to get that up higher. That's what we want to do. We want number 2 or number 1. I think to get to number 1, it requires a lot, right?
Of all time, I think it's over 100,000 for an Australian project, which was last year. But for this financial year, if Stephen's in the chat, can you tell us what the highest is for this financial year? So the really cool thing is that we've been doing the Kickstarter awards starting last year with Kickstarter, and they do that every financial year, which is kind of exciting. So if we could kind of get up there again, that would be absolutely amazing. So but before we get on to the other exciting stuff, just some things to remember. Kickstarter will show the prices in US dollars or whatever country you're in, but all of our pledge levels are actually in Australian dollars. So for most international people, it is about 30 to 35% cheaper than what those pledge levels are saying. So I probably should have said that at the start. Now, pledge early. By pledging early, that helps us stay higher in all the algorithms and all that type of stuff with Kickstarter, which means more people that will see it, which helps us get more backers, which helps us get more funded. So, which is amazing. And the other reason why to pledge early is Kickstarter does not take your money until the end of this campaign. So this campaign is running for 30 or 40 days. So it will finish on the 26th of January, which is Australia Day in Australia. So, you can pledge now, but you've got plenty of time to make sure that those funds are on your credit card or bank account or whatever payment method you're deciding to use. So yeah, so 100% to do that. And then finally, I'm always around. So whether that's via social media or on this Kickstarter, if you have any questions, any concerns, if I've missed anything that you're like, why isn't this an offer on the Kickstarter, reach out to me and I would be more than happy to either help or answer any questions, or we can add anything to the campaign as well.
Are you able to show people how to do the pledging? Are you able to do that? Like,
yeah, easy.
Just in case all people who are new to the project.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you've never backed a Kickstarter before, when you hit this back this project button, well, at the moment it's saying I can't back my own projects, so. But you would hit that button. If you don't have an account, it'll go through and ask you just to set up an account. After you've hit that button, all of these options come up. So $8, $12, all that type of stuff. You select which rewards you want, and each of these have a description of what is in each reward. And then you will be taken to the next screen, which has a list of those add-ons, which is the T-shirts, the Volume 1. It'll calculate the total price, including shipping, depending on where you are in the world. And then you just hit back, and that will take you to the payment screen. So, as I said, it asks for payment details, but it literally does not take those funds until one, we're funded, and two, right at the end of the project, which is the 26th of January. So we know launching in December is kind of crazy, but we did it last year and got an amazing support. So we thought, why not do it again this time around? So,
yeah, no, we were so grateful and so happy that we had so many backers, and that people were so invested in this that they trusted what we had to accomplish, and we've done it, and Volume 1's out, and I'm really excited about it. And Volume 2 is just going to be so much better, so much more awesome. So it's going to be great.
Yeah, well, I guess whenever you're doing like a second volume, and the more we work together, the more you're like, okay, well, can we try this and can we do this? And then the same with us, we're like, oh, have you thought about this? Let's kind of add this, and it kind of, this one seemed to flow much better and much easier than the first one, when we're trying to work everything out.
Yeah, and also for me, I was able to kind of relax a little bit and go, we don't need to tell everything in one volume, because we're going to spread this out over God knows how many volumes. And so, we told this little part of the story for one volume, and then we'll tell another little part of the story, and then another part, and maybe an offshoot here, offshoot there. We'll create the universe, and it'll just slowly build over time. So we're super pumped about that.
Yeah, that's absolutely
amazing. Yeah, whatever, Dan.
No, so I was just reading some of the comments, which
let's
is
get some comments up here. Let's.
So we've got to go to work, guys. Trying to stay with you while I drive, but I'll buy my pledge later. Well, thank you very much, Florian. That's amazing. Joanna has said it was an honor to be a murder victim in Volume 1.
It was an honor to have you as a murder victim in Volume 1. Thank you. It's you're the reason why we're able to do this. So thank you.
That's it. Those Fractured Shard t-shirts are awesome. I'll have to add them to my pledge. I love the all over t-shirts. I know you went to Rebels convention one year with the Nagron t-shirts and everything. They're such a cool
they did pretty well.
Design type of thing. So what's this one? You guys tell the story. I'll happily buy it. Keen to support you in anything you do.
Thanks, Sam.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks so much,
I
Sam.
like your little profile pic. Is that an owl? Is it an owl?
Is it an owl? Tell us, Sam. Is that an owl? What's your profile pic, dude? That's really cool. So Nathan has said, in it for the long haul, guys. That's cool. And that's what I've found amazing about this community is everyone's like, I tell you what, we really like the concept. Let's see, a lot more of this type of thing, which is great.
I obviously this is, volume 1 was my introduction into the graphic novel world and the community and the artists and the other writers and other designers. And everyone is so nice. They're like the nicest people ever. And everyone is supportive of everyone's project. Like, I mean, you want to say there's no competition, but there is. But it just feels like everyone just wants everybody's project to do well, because it's like, would you say it's a community that for the longest time didn't get the love and respect and the attention they deserve? It was all kind of like underground, and now it's like come to the mainstream, and so everyone's just like, hey, we were all there from the beginning, let's support each other.
Yeah, I think like comics and graphic novels have really developed over the last 20 years, and kind of Marvel has had a lot to do with that. But I think people are slowly realizing that, comics and graphic novels are just not for kids, which, Fractured Shards is 100% not for kids. But two, that it doesn't have to be a superhero comic. Like, it can be a dystopian cyberpunk detective series. It can be an action-packed action graphic novel. It doesn't have to be a superhero one. And I think that perception, along with more and more people doing this, we always kind of joke going, we were going to launch, but Keanu Reeves launched his comic before we did, and we're like, oh, come on, man, type of thing. But I think more and more actors are kind of also getting involved in it and seeing that there's an opportunity there to be able to create something and show a TV or a film company or something like what it can exactly look like. I'll be interesting to see from here. I think screenplays will always be around, but whether graphic novels almost become that screenplay type of thing that you can take into places. What do you think about that? Like, being an actor yourself, is that something that you might have thought of in regards to doing something like this?
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, like, Hollywood likes to have something with already established intellectual property, because it means that it already has a fan base, which then makes it easier for them to sell the product. And so this is definitely an avenue for actors, writers, people of all different kinds of specialties to shall we say, go in the back door, like, rather than going the traditional route into being into movies or TV shows. Go around the back way and go, hey, look what we've created. We've created the world. We've created the fan base. Let's make this into a TV series or something like that. So there's definitely that. But in doing so, that's now created, once again, more competition. And that means as well, you got to be on your game and you got to do a damn good job, because there are ridiculously talented people out there who do amazing stuff. And so you got to compete with them just as much as you got to compete with, like, just say you're an actor or you're a writer or a director or a producer, you got to compete with other people. So it's exciting. And I'm very much looking forward to playing Sebastian Vitro in the TV series for, I don't know, Amazon, Netflix. If you're listening out there right now,
if you're watching this, just call me. But
Amazon is.
It's great that you say that, because it's not necessarily making things easier. It's just, as you said, a different way to kind of get noticed. But at the same time, it needs to be of that high caliber, because you can't just go in and go, here's my black and white stick figure graphic novel that I've created. I think this would make a good movie. So there is a lot that you need to go and do in regards to production, how it looks, and telling a really good story as well. And I think that's something that we've definitely got here, is a really good story and universe and that type of thing. So
and we're in the early stages too. We're exploring. We're going for it. So that's probably the most exciting thing about all this, is that we can create whatever we want to. It isn't an established universe. We can do whatever the hell we want with it. It's our universe, and everybody that's involved in this, it's your universe too. So coming along for the ride. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, that's 100%. Netflix, Amazon Prime, just putting it out there, so to speak. Yeah, thanks, Nathan. Yeah, just, what do they say? Willing it into existence, putting it out there. So yeah. Oh, this is really cool. Volume 1 felt very cinematic. I think it will transfer to screen brilliantly. This is one thing I did say to you, and I was very impressed with how you had approached this project, was that you did come to us and say, this is how I see it. I see it kind of like this happening, like from a film kind of perspective.
Well, like how it came to be was, obviously you and I were just talking about TV and movie ideas that I had, and then you came in with Stephen and said, "Hey, would you object to doing this in graphic novel form?" And I was like, "Hell no!" So it is coming from a filmic television series kind of point of view, and obviously I had to adapt the storyline and adapt a little bit of this and a little bit of that for how the storytelling is done in a graphic novel. But yeah, it's that's where it's come from. That's my background, is just watching a shit ton of movies.
I love it. Sabrina's also said that she could see Fractured Shards in a series. So
yeah, you could, Sabrina.
And I think you touched on before, saying that by being able to build that fan base, then that kind of gives you even more of that elevation in being able to kind of pitch an idea, because you can say, okay, well, we don't just have this idea, but we've actually got these rabid fans that are screaming kind of out for this as well, type of thing, which is amazing.
Yeah, so, rabid fans. You're all rabid fans.
So to order the first one, you select whichever reward tier that you would like, and then in the add-on section, so when you get to the next part of the page, you can add on either the main cover or the variant cover to your order. So you can do that all within this one. So.
Shaun, when so after the, obviously this Kickstarter campaign ends, when are we going to sell the volume 1 individually on its own? Is there have we gone into that yet, or am I just jumping the gun here and ruining it?
Well, I only got the books yesterday, so
Fair enough.
So maybe jumping the gun just a little bit. No. So what I want to 100% do is make sure that all of our backers get it first before we start selling it to anyone else type of thing. So that's the first thing. But the second thing is that I'll have it available on our website. We're just currently going through a little bit of a rebrand, and we're updating our website. And then in about March, it'll have book distribution. So that means that it will be available through places like Amazon, Booktopia, the Book Depository, all those really big bookstores and all that type of stuff. So, we'll be able to provide you what they call the IBSN number, ISBN number, and you'll be able to go into any kind of bookstore and go, I would like to order this, and do that. So, which is really, really cool.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I love that part. Like just putting it out there, and like anybody can have a go now. It's it becomes even more real. It's like there's several different stages and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, which is amazing. But let's have a look. We're gonna have a sticky nose at the project and see what we're up to. So we are currently up to 33 backers, which is amazing, and $3,251. You guys are amazing. Nathan said that I can pimp it at Oz Comic Con and Supernova too. Yeah, I did love that you put up a post saying, "Oh, my comics at the convention," but it wasn't. It was just your image up on the.
No, I didn't say that my comic was. I said the co-creator of my comic novel is at this particular place.
Because I was like, oh no, people are going to start becoming around, going, oh, can I grab that book by Dan? I'm like, oh, I don't have it. But
no, I sold out. Sorry, they sold out. I had 1,000 copies, and they all went.
Yeah. Sam said that's because we love you.
Thank you, Sam, and the owl.
Yeah. Did he respond back saying it was an owl? I don't know. I missed it.
It is an owl.
It's a.
Potu.
No idea. I'm gonna have to.
That.
Yeah. Someone has. I just saw someone actually posted they would like the Nagron shirt. I will post a link in to the chat, and you can have a look at where you can grab the Nagron shirt from, which is very, very cool. So. Okay, so Dan, do you want to do a little bit of a read?
Let's do some reading. All right, so what we're going to be doing, we're going to read the first. Was it 8 pages?
Yeah, I think the first. Yeah,
let's do that. Yeah. Do we want to? Are you able to put it up on the screen so everyone else can kind of follow along as I do it? I'm going to be doing stupid voices too, so just deal with it.
I can do that.
All right, let's give it a shot. So these were the first 8 pages of volume 1 that we had for the Kickstarter campaign for volume 1. And look at all this great stuff that you have. Oh, look, he's using a PC.
How did you guess?
That's because I don't understand it.
Oh, if I go into here,
you know what?
I went into volume 2. Whoops, let's go into volume.
Don't do that, my friend.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Did that work?
You got to double click on it, eh? It's popping up.
Oh, hang on.
Oh no, Shaun, what are you doing?
I know this. I'm shocking.
Good thing we planned this all out, huh?
It's always the way. Let me
remember. I'll just quickly remember. I'm giving this bad boy away. AirPods. Sorry, everybody that has an Android. But all you have to do is like on the Facebook page, comment in the comment section of this live feed, and pledge, and you could be the lucky recipient of this at the end of the live stream. We are so excited. Yes, we are. And I'm putting that down there. Now, Shaun's gone, so it's just me now. How is everybody? I hope we're all well. I'm going to have a look at it. Oh, here we go. I can have a look at the comments. Can I? There we go. What are you doing, dude?
I finally got the graphic novel up, and then my internet dropped out, and I was like, no, not again.
Oh no. Let's have a look here. Shaun, the two is related to the frogmouth. Frogmouth, that's an owl, isn't it? I don't know what I'm talking
about. The frogmouth is an owl, isn't it? Yes, I thought so.
Let's have a look here. Everyone's doing well. They're half day off. They're great. They're tired. I feel I'm tired too. I just finished work and I had to sprint over here to do this, and I have to work tomorrow, and I've got plenty of stuff that I need to do and learn. So let's see. We have a Comic-Con every year in Casper, Wyoming. Would love to see it there in the future. Absolutely, 100%. Let's see. Let's have a look here. Dan, I'm not going to miss my next one-on-one. Extenuating circumstances screwed me out of the last one. Oh, no. I remember that.
Yeah. Shaun, I hope to become a new character in Volume 2. Maybe the strange, funny coroner or the district or a girl science team. That'd be very cool.
I like that different. Or a girl science team or the coroner. Yeah. Let's have a look here. Let's see. Which is harder? Let's see. Are you up for a chase car right? What was that?
Oh, yep. Are you up for a chase car right following a U-2 spy plane?
I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means, Shaun?
No, I didn't.
Let's have a look here. Here's one from Joanna. Which is harder, acting or creating a graphic novel? Probably, I don't know. I kind of feel like they're both the same in regards to it takes a village, a whole village to kind of make it. With acting, if it's just acting on its own, I think maybe acting is easier because it's one thing I have to just focus on. Whereas the graphic novel is you need a whole team. So I came in with the story. Stephen took it to a next level and wrote the script for it. I then came in and went, okay, change this. Let's push it in this direction. Let's do that. Shaun uses his magic to kind of basically make the whole damn thing come together. And then we need an artist, and then we need a colorist, and then obviously we need to get it put together. We need to get it sent out and all that. So there's a lot of little components, and I would not be able to do 99.9% of all that. That's why we have a whole team. Whereas just purely with acting, it's just me, and I've been doing it for 20 something years. So that's easier for me. What's your inspiration for world building? I look forward to more expansive stories in the future, but not losing the spirit of the original story. My inspiration, I remember when we first spoke about it, was, there's a little bit of, I guess there's obviously a little bit of Blade Runner in there. I love the movie Seven. There's a movie with Nicolas Cage called 8mm, which is also one of my favorites. A massive inspiration was a Catherine Bigelow movie called Strange Days. If you haven't seen Strange Days, I implore you to go watch it. It is so damn good. I hope you can find it digitally because I've got a little bit of trouble finding it. You can get it on DVD if anybody has any DVD players anymore. But those all kind of together kind of inspiration for me. Like the movie Seven is like the kind of the darker elements of things, and the detective and the grittiness and the darkness, and obviously Strange Days and Blade Runner for the world building. And we will keep the spirit of the original story together the whole time, even when we do little expansive stories and things like that. So yeah, definitely. Have you gone again, Shaun? Has he disappeared? Would you rather Fractured Shards?
I'm still here. I'm just listening.
Sorry. Would you rather Fractured Shards be a movie or a TV show? I'd say a TV show because there's the fact that we're creating such a big, expansive world and as many volumes as we want to do. To tell all that story, you would need multiple episodes. I mean, you could definitely go down the track of, say, Dread, Carl Urban's, or Urban, however you want to pronounce it, his version of Dread, which was just one singular, I think one graphic novel, and they made it into a movie. So you can do one episode into a movie, but I think TV series is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I loved that his version of Dread. I was like,
so cool. If you haven't watched that one, it's fucking badass.
I've got one more. Do you think it could have multiple volume Fractured Shards? Well, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. That's what we're doing right now. We're doing that, and we're going to, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, however long we want to continue the story.
Did you consider the idea of bringing a church cartel into the story? We did actually talk about that. Remember that? Yeah.
Was it nuns? Yeah. Like killer nuns.
We actually did talk about that and go, that is a kind of a cool idea. How can we bring that in? I think
it'd have to be obviously in future volumes. You never know. Like, that's the thing. We can do whatever the hell we want. So
yeah. Well, I've got now the
All right, let's do this. All right, I'm going to bring it up. All right, so this is going to be hilarious. All right, so prologue. We doing this, buddy?
Yep.
Mystiques, the districts.
I'll need to keep up with you now. So
all right. So Mystiques, the districts. Finally, some skin. This is perfect. Way better than that hologram shit back in the lights. It's my birthday, and these girls are smoking hot, and I'll party like it's my birthday. Oops. Sorry, pal. Let me get you a drink. It's no problem. Hey, give him another round. Damn it. Not now. Not tonight. Where are we going? Hazo, you'll see. And then he presses his little Dick Tracy kind of thing, and then yes, sending you a photo. Get me identification. Charlie Hartford, standard business accounting drone. Cross-reference his movements on the grid against any murder victims, age 6 to 10, female. Checking now. Confirmed. What is it? Body found about an hour ago. Female, 7. Sending you an initial report. Report transferred. Thanks. What's the probability, daughter, on the suspect? Charlie disappears off grid for 2 hours. Location links to the deceased girl. Suspect possibility, 64%. That's enough for me. Requesting execution order. We need to wait for more. Request fucking execution order. One moment. Nice view, huh? Could you show a bit more? What's taking so long? Awaiting execution verification. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, yeah. Come on. Please wait. Then he has another fracture. It's of the girl. Her neck is broken. I think that's what we decided was happening. And she's got blood coming out of her mouth. And then he gets pissed off. Fuck this. You sick fuck. What? Boom! Scum. She was 7. What the fuck is going on? Get off him. Stay the fuck back. I'm an authorized enforcement officer. Please. This is a mistake. She was just a sorry, this is a different character. She was just a little girl, you fucking monster. Boom! Slam. Come on, pal. Let's all just calm down. I don't know what the hell you are talking about. Execution order denied. Bring suspect in for questioning. Fuck that. What do you want your last words to be? I have credits, please. Splat! Boom! Bullet through the fucking head. Questioning not required. Subject confessed. Tried to run. Copy that. Sorry to ruin your birthday, but get better friends. What the fuck, pal? What did I say about pulling that shit in my club? We are a no-go zone. Sorry, Linda. I'll send a cleanup crew. Boom! That was the prologue. And then
that was awesome.
Then the full thing begins, and it's the case of Berlin. Oh yeah.
That's amazing. Here we go. Oh, nice. Got back in just in time. I love your funny voices.
Thank you.
I love how you slipped into the American and the Australian accent both times. I really liked that. So
I mean, like half of the time I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It's some bastardization of some accent somewhere in there.
Good night, Dan and Shaun. Love spending time with you. I'm going to get up early in the morning. Awesome. Can't wait to order it. I love the reading. So funny. Cheers. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's right. Thank you, Moon and Stars. Appreciate it.
Moira said, awesome, Dan.
Thank you, Moira. Appreciate you.
Brilliant. Can't wait to see the animated version with Dan doing all the voice characters.
That would be so cool.
That would be really cool.
I'd love to do, an individual on its own little story that would go for 10 minutes, shall we say. Do you remember they did a version of The Watchmen?
Yes.
And it was kind of like they used the actual drawings from the graphic novel and kind of just made it 3D in a way. I thought that was
motion
so
comic.
Yeah,
it's called a motion comic. Yeah.
Something like that I think would be kind of cool. I think it'd be so badass to kind of do a cartoon version of it. Like even now I'm like, ooh, would I rather do like a cartoon of it or an anime of it or something?
I reckon your brother could 100% do the motion comic.
He probably could. I mean, he'd spend like forever on it though.
Yeah. But
a shout out to my brother Nathan, who creates all the trailers and the picture, or not the pictures. Well, I mean, some of the pictures, like the trailers and all the publicity and things like that. I just go, I'll message him on Facebook. Hey, Nathan, can you do this for me? And he does it, and he's so good at it, and I'm so proud of him. And he just he's amazing at it. Like it's awesome.
And if you would like to see if you would like to see what Nathan does, you can actually go back to episode 47 of Comics to Movies and More. And we actually had Nathan on the show, and we spoke about everything that he does, his processing, what it's like to be the brother of a superstar actor, all those type of things. So
I wouldn't say I'm a superstar, but thank you.
That's exactly what he said.
What?
No, I'm only joking.
I mean, whatever. Shit.
But talking about Amazon and animated, have you watched the what's the I've got One Punch stuck in my head, but it's not that Invincible.
No, but I have heard that that's actually really pretty damn good.
Oh, that is amazing, and goes to show what you could do with an adult version, animation type of thing. Because I was expecting, when I heard that it was for adults, I'm like, oh yeah, it's going to be like a little bit of gore and type of thing. But it was brutal, and I was like, okay.
I heard the first episode's kind of like, oh yeah, this is, and then at the end you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. And then it just goes from there.
Then you're like, okay, I can understand why my kids can't watch this.
All right. Fair enough.
And then the other one that I've seen, which I was really surprised about, was the I think it's called The Legend of Scorpion, like a Mortal Kombat one.
Yeah,
and that, like the opening 5 minutes, you're just like, okay, I can understand why this has an R-rated rating. It's phenomenal.
I remember, I can't remember how old I was. I was fairly youngish, but I was watching a cartoon version of Street Fighter. Now I know there's a lot of them out there, but it was a version of Street Fighter, and I was just watching it and I'm kind of like, oh, cool, Street Fighter characters. And then it cuts to Chun-Li in the shower. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I think I might be like 13 or 14. I'm not too sure. But I was like, oh my God, like they did not hold back. It was kind of graphic. But yeah, like adult cartoons, I guess, have existed for ages, things like that. But
yeah, I think from that Japanese animation style, 100%, I feel like it has been around for longer. But I think that American animation kind of, other than like your comedy, like I haven't seen like a serious like animated kind of like type of thing. But yeah, that was Street Fighter 2, the movie.
Okay.
That you're thinking about.
Did they? Are they doing a new version of Spawn as a cartoon?
Yes.
Is it a cartoon, or are they making it into a movie or like an actual live action?
I thought it was a live action, but now I believe it's animated. But don't quote me on that. Not 100%. Yeah. So Grace said loved all of the sound effects. Guys, your lives are the best.
Oh, thank you, Sabrina. We appreciate you.
Or is it, guys, when we're live, we are the best?
Oh, that could be it.
Yeah.
Sabrina's French, so that's why.
Agron is fire.
Back in the day.
Oh, yeah. I hadn't even thought about that. Fractured Shards, an animated series, next Kickstarter project.
I mean, we would need a buttload of money for that.
I know, but like we could probably do a Kickstarter for say like a 20-minute like a pitch preview. Yeah.
Like it's a pitch meeting for a graphic novel, like as in the proof of concept. That's what it is.
Proof of concept. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
guys, like again, comment in the chat or on the actual Kickstarter page if you want to see something like that.
That would be cool.
Let us know, and we can do crunch the numbers and then see if an actual an actual campaign would be feasible for us to kind of bring that up. So. But damn, Dan, I just literally refreshed the campaign. We're at 38 backers, and we are at 4,044.
Thank you so much. That's amazing. Right. We're pretty damn close to $10,000. I mean, I don't think we'll do it tonight, so you unfortunately won't get to see full frontal nudity of me. But
I will warn you, there is someone on this chat that is following this closely, and he is notorious for pledging and getting projects right up to where they need to be. I was on a live stream with someone else, and he did that because a person said he would have a whole jar of hot sauce live on air.
If I did that, I would be in the bathroom immediately.
The poor guy had just had braces put on. He busted both the wires live on the show.
No,
the poor guy.
No, I mean, I don't think I could do nudity because we've probably got people that are not of age.
and this is being recorded live.
Yeah, we're recording this.
Yeah. I hadn't spoken to you about this, Dan, but a group of guys, and we did the live launch last time with the guys from Crypto Comics, but on their website now, they've actually got the ability to do a voiceover for the comic. So with people that are visually impaired and that type of stuff, they can actually purchase the comic, but then listen to it as well. So
that's pretty cool. We'll totally do that. We should totally do that.
Yeah,
badass.
I think that'd be really cool.
I would also like to kind of like maybe as a reward or something like that, create a one of a kind NFT or something like that.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you say that. I've literally just been looking into that. So one thing that we thought about maybe doing for this campaign, and again, this is great when I just blurt things out on live air, is that a lot of our pages are done digitally. But what we were thinking of doing was just minting one and having that as an original page from the comic. So if anyone would be interested, that is something that we can definitely look at doing and offering as a reward. Now, there is only 40 pages of the book, and it would mean that you own that page of the book, and it would be the only one in the world. So, but that's definitely something that we can look at doing, or we can look at doing, a really fun chibi of Dan, and maybe kind of doing a bunch of different actions or weapons or something like that as well.
It kind of similar to people being drawn into interacting with me, like just as a separate page, but have it like this is the only one that's ever made. Like me interacting, and we get it like beautifully colored and made and just look badass as hell. And that's the NFT.
Yeah.
Non-fungible token. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yes, non-fungible token. Yep.
Excellent.
So, do
it, Sigmate Studio. Filmed it for Victoria.
Yeah, and I think I tell you what, it's really funny. I've and that's if people don't know, was Stephen that was making a comment there, that they have been much more supportive of these type of projects, whether it be graphic novels, animated stuff, and all that. Where I think and Dan, this could be a reason that you could talk about why you moved over to the US to do stuff. Is that it seems like back at home, all we did was drama. Like we don't really do a lot of other.
And it's at least when I was there, it was all just drama. They're all little cheap, independent kind of films, and they were all funded by the government, the Australian Film Commission, or the Australian Film Commission, or Federal Film, or whatever it is. And the only time we would ever have something massive would be when Americans would come over, or like the British would come over, or someone from Europe would come over and like do something at Fox or do something at the Warner Brothers Studios. And so a lot of actors and a lot of people would come over here because there's so much more opportunity. There's so many more productions, so much more money involved and everything like that, that they kind of feel like they'd have more chance. But then a lot of projects go back to Australia because, as you said, when you're funding, pledging here, it's like 35% less than what you actually pay because of the currency exchange. So that's why a lot of projects shoot in Australia now, but they're American productions rather than Australian productions. I mean, they're co-Australian productions, but and it does hire the majority of Australian people because that's part of the rules. But a lot of people come over here because it's just more opportunity, and you have the chance to make it big, make a lot of money, do this, do that, compared to back in Australia.
Yeah, that's it's kind of when you look at what a lot of Australian people have worked on. You look at all the Australian stuff, and it is like very much those serialized dramas. But then when they kind of get their breakout to where everyone's like, oh, well, where do you know from? It is usually a US-based production type of film or series or something like that. So,
I mean, like Spartacus, which I did, and we shot it in New Zealand, which was majority Australian and New Zealand cast and crew, all New Zealand, well, most New Zealand crew. Like it was an American production. It was stars. It was American production. And they just saved a ton of money shooting it in New Zealand. So, but also that's the reason why I got it, because I was a local hire. So they didn't have to spend as much money on me.
Well, that was asked quite nicely.
We haven't made 10 grand yet, Myra. Sorry.
The Shards family will handle this. No question. You'll reach 10K shortly. Yes. I love the people. You know, that's how they talk about the community, like it's a family type of thing, and it is kind of cool, like because there's a lot of these people that are on each of the live streams that we do, and type of thing is really cool. So
yeah, absolutely. 100%.
So yeah. So 4K in an hour, I just realized it's been an hour and 20 minutes. That's pretty impressive. I know.
Like, I mean, if we can continue 4K an hour for 40 days, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Stephen was saying Film Victoria helped out on the Hawkeye series. I'm sure they'll help out with Dan's project.
Well, I'm sure. Like, so they shoot Hawkeye in Melbourne or Victoria?
Well, I think sometimes it's to do with we've got some really great CGI and graphics here now. But and I don't know whether you know this, Dan, but in Melbourne, in the Docklands now, a lot of small film companies have gotten together to get a single studio rather than them having all of their own little studios. So it means like, you know, they all share the rent and everything. But if they need lighting or something like that, the lighting company is already there. So they just, you know, so almost like that old school bartering system where you're like, you know, you need actors. Oh, well, we're an acting company. We can provide you those, but we need lights and everything. You provide us those for our production and that type of stuff. So very interesting. I don't know how it's gone lately because of COVID stuff, but yeah. By the way, why are you not on air, Stephen? Because he's supposed to be working. So
yeah, Stephen. He's just keeping an eye on us to make sure we don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, and Crutcher was just saying that all the comics on Crypto Comics, they are actually NFTs. So they've got their own blockchain. So that we will eventually have Fractured Shards up there. And supposedly they're launching early in the new year. So a lot of my XCT stuff has been up there during their trial basis and everything like that. But super excited to see when they go for launch. But yeah. A one-of-a-kind interaction comic between me and Sebastian. Yes, please. Yeah, I think that's a cool reward. I think we need to we'll work out what that kind of costs and get onto it. So
yeah, absolutely.
I like this. If I pledge the Dan experience, will I get to ask Dan a question this time?
Yes, you will.
We make no promises in this broadcast, but yeah, I think those one-on-one experiences were really cool, where people actually got that opportunity to.
Oh yeah, that's right. I just asked him about his job.
yeah. There you go. Yeah,
I was fascinated. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, if people don't know, Mandeep is I'm going to get this wrong, but it's a special form of geneticist. Yep. Yeah. So, what he does is like the pinnacle, almost the pinnacle of what a geneticist can be. So I think that's very interesting.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Don't ask me about my stupid acting career. I want to know what you're doing.
But do talk to us. You've been on Days of Our Lives recently. How have you found that that being such a long-standing serialized series compared to, you know, some of the smaller series like you know, Stars and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that type of stuff?
I'm kidding.
That's going straight to Soap Opera Digest.
Yeah. They're like, oh, Dan shrugged his shoulders. It's been so much fun. It's been such a different experience compared to working on those other shows. Like, as I said, like we'll shoot 7, 8, 9, depending on what's going on, episodes a week. And some weeks you'll have 1 episode you shoot. Other weeks you'll have 4, 5. I think there was a period where I had maybe like 8 episodes I was shooting in the 1 week, and that was just insane. And you don't sleep, and you cry at the end of it. But it's been fantastic. Everybody involved is so nice. The crew is so nice. All the cast are fantastic. The like everybody involved from the top down is phenomenal. And I'm very, very grateful to have the job. And as I said before, I had to rush from set to come here. And then I got to get up early and do it all again tomorrow. And then we'll get a bit of a break for a couple of weeks over the holidays. And I'm looking forward to that. But it's been a blast. And yeah, as I said, like the difference is just, I think I've said this before, Spartacus and all those other shows are physically draining because you're kind of more using your body, whereas this is mentally draining because you're just learning lines the entire time. But I'm very grateful for it. It's a lot of fun, and I'm glad that people are starting to accept my character, like me playing the character now. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we spoke off air before this, and I said that I've seen a lot of stuff that people are really impressed with your portrayal of a character, because sometimes that's not always the easiest of thing to do when you're taking over a character for someone else. So to have such a positive reaction from fans that have been following this for literally decades, that's going to be pretty rewarding for you to kind of know that
it is. It's been a lot of fun. It's been great to as I see the reaction and see people kind of start to go, I actually didn't really want to like you, and now I'm appreciating what you're doing. I'm obviously very different to the past guy, but it's good. It's rewarding. It's fun. It's such. I get to go to work every day and play dress up. Like literally, I dress up in a suit, or I dress up in this, I dress up in that. I go and say lines, I hit a mark, and get to be all dramatic. And it's a blast. It's what I love to do, and I'm very grateful to be doing that. And I know the fans have been really, really, really nice. Everyone is super enthusiastic, and it's a legacy show. The amount of people that I know who have said, "Oh my God, I used to watch that with my parents or my grandparents," or there are some people who still watch it and absolutely love it. And I've said before, my mum was so proud that I was playing a Demira because she used to watch it with her mother and her aunties who are no longer with us. And so it's kind of like a nice little legacy thing for her that I'm on this show.
Oh, that's awesome. I've told you that my mum's gone back and watched about 3 years worth of episodes just to catch up to where you've come onto the show. I know, that's what I said to my mum. I've gone, why don't you just... She goes, oh no, I needed to know what's going on. I can't just, jump in and not know what's going on. So yeah. I found that hilarious because she just messaged me the other day. It's literally taken her, you've been on the show since June, July, I think the first
one I think aired. I've been on for, I think June or July is when.
Yeah, so it was only last week where she's like, I'm finally, so it's taken her from, and what we've been working together since December last year. So it's almost taken her a whole year to catch up on all those episodes. But she's finally said, she's like, I'm up to, and I'm like, you still got 6 months to go. Oh my God. Type of thing. But that's really fun. So
That's awesome.
Now, I will throw it out there, guys, before we draw the winner for the AirPods. If you got, we'll take another couple of questions because, as Dan said, he does have to work tomorrow morning, and he's got quite a few lines that he needs to learn.
Stuff.
So we've had a great time with you, but if you've got a couple of questions, I will answer those now, and then we'll get to drawing the winner of the AirPods. So And what we'll do is we'll announce it on air, but we will message them directly through Kickstarter, and we will add it to their Kickstarter reward at the end of January, so that'll go in with all of that. So we've got another one here from Grace. Do you throw your script pages in the air once you're done, a la Sammy Brady with her divorce papers?
No, we throw it in the bin.
Straight in the bin.
Yeah, like once we're finished, we like leave and just put it in the bin, because we now have to like go and grab some more. But it's kind of like all right, I've done that, and you move on. Yeah, so that's what we do. We all like a few people. A number of the cast members just have it on their like iPads. I still like the physical kind of thing, so I'll print it out and staple it and go, okay, this is Monday, this is Wednesdays, and this and this and this. And we finish it, and as soon as we get outside, I'll just put it in the recycling, and we move on.
This is really cool, because I saw you post this the other day. Mandeep said he can't watch the days in the UK, but he's interested in watching the Christmas movie. So this is the first time they've actually done a Christmas movie, and you're going to be a part of that, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So they're definitely adding some more stuff to the Peacock TV, which is the NBC's streaming service. I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that correctly for you, Mandeep. It's available only on the Peacock streaming service, so I'm not sure if Peacock's available in the UK. But I think in time, whatever the NBC affiliate is in the United Kingdom, I think is where it would be available. But just check to see if Peacock TV is available for streaming where you are, because that's where it is. It's only available for that. But it was a lot of fun. We shot it like coinciding with shooting Days of Our Lives. Like some people were shooting days while others were doing this, and then we swap over and do all this sort of stuff. So that was a lot of fun. It's pretty hectic. And it was actually the most interesting thing about shooting it was, because it was a movie, they slowed down the pace of how they filmed it. And because we're so used to going so fast, like if we can shoot it all in one take and move on, they'll do that. Whereas this, they'll like, okay, we're doing this angle now. We're trying this. Do it again. Do this and this. And we're going to close in here and do this. And we're all like, ah! We were so used to kind of like getting it done and then moving on that it took a little while for me to readjust to like, oh, this is kind of similar to other productions that I've worked on. It's still quite fast, but not as slow as other productions, and not as fast as Days of Our Lives.
That is super cool. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, that's so interesting in regards to doing a Christmas movie and all that type of stuff. But got a couple of comments here. We've got, thank you for doing this, guys. Beyond honored to be back for a second time.
Thank you, man. Really appreciate this.
To have you here, mate. Do you have any other projects in the works beside Fractured Shards and Days of Our Lives?
I have one other project that's in the early stages of in the works, but I can't really talk about it because it's not kind of, once something kind of it moves forward and gets a bit official, then I can talk about it. But at the moment, it's in early stages. But I do have a few little fingers and pies and things like that. So
yeah, it's hard. Like when you, I've got a couple of things in the works as well, and I'm just kind of like, oh man, I want to just jump on the top of a building and scream out, you know, this is what I'm doing. But you know, I've signed like NDAs and all this type of stuff. And like, this is no fun whatsoever. So.
What's no fun?
Like, you know, signing NDAs and everything. I'm like, that's no fun.
Yeah.
Like, you're not allowed to say anything. You're not allowed to, you know, so.
And also, like, I don't want to spoil anything. And sometimes things take ages. Like, you could talk about it and then won't happen for like 2 or 3 years. Oh, thank you, Martin. I appreciate that. I'm getting there. I'm slowly getting there. It's COVID really did a number on me.
Did you haven't had any scares or anything like that with filming in regards to COVID or anything like that?
I mean, there's been a few people over time that have like caught it, and then they just have to quarantine, and we just move things around and just make sure that everybody's all good. We get tested every second day.
Oh wow!
And,
okay.
Sorry, man.
So you get tested every second day for. Wow.
It's the union protocol.
Yep.
I think the SAG union protocol, and then like each, I think studio has their own protocol. So it's just basically, I think inside you wear masks all the time until you get on set and you take it off. You do scene, you put your mask back on, go back to your dressing room, and you get tested every second day. And when you've been away for a long period of time, you test and then you got to wait in your room for 2 hours till you get the all clear, because they do it a little bit deeper and then all this sort of stuff.
Jeez.
So yeah.
Wow.
It's annoying. It's annoying as shit.
I can just imagine, like, we had one here, unfortunately my little girl's kindergarten, and like literally being locked up for 2 weeks. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then we couldn't even get any confirmation on whether she was a close contact, on like all that type of crap. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is, we did the right thing, but it's frustrating. So
yeah, well, no, with the show, they're on it pretty damn quickly, because we get tested and they've got a whole department that is dedicated to it, and we go down, they'll give you
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put you on the spot, mate. In the private chat, I have put all the names of all the people that have backed the project so far.
All right.
Now, to make it fair and even, I haven't put in what their pledge level is or anything like that. So you need to go through that list and select one person, and we'll announce them as the winner of the AirPods.
All righty then. So this is the amount of people that have pledged?
Yep.
All right. Is this just is it only us that can see that?
Yep. I'm putting you on the spot, mate. You're going to be the...
No, I know. Yeah, I'm the one that's going to be hated.
And I'll go back to the campaign and have a look at where we're at, and just give people one more rundown of everything before
Can you check the private chat? I've just asked you a question.
Oh, I can do that, 100%. Good question. Let me have a look.
Oh, this is tough. It's tough.
It's a big answered.
Let's have a look here. All right. So I announce it.
Give me 2 seconds. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. So the winner of these bad boys. Wait. There we go. Of the AirPod, I'm going to choose Dave Styborn. I apologize if I've pronounced that incorrectly. Dave Styborn, you are the recipient of a brand new pair of Apple AirPods. Unless you tell us that you've only got an Android, and then it's useless.
Yes, Dave. If you're watching and you only have an Android, let us know,
and then we'll pick it.
we'll do something else or whatever. So, but yeah, congratulations. So yeah, we are currently. Let me go back to the campaign.
Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look at what we got here.
Have a look. Yep. Let me bring it back up. Then here we go.
Bring it back now. Bring it back now.
Okay, so we have 41 backers at $4,105, which is absolutely
like $100 each, yeah?
Yeah. These guys are just phenomenal. So,
how many backers do we have already? As in, like, no, is it how many people are following? Is that what we've got?
Yeah, so following is different. So we have over 200 people following the project at the moment. Now it will depend on where in the world you are at the moment. So here in Australia, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so people would still be on a Friday, so people would still be at work. So we'll do a little bit of promotion after this show for people in Australia. In the US, there's some people that will be midnight and everything, depending on what side of the country you're on, and then in the UK and all that, it's super early, as Moira and Mandeep have reminded me all week. So to have
4 a.m. watchers should get something.
Yeah, so to have that,
get our love and support.
So to have that in the first hour and a half is just absolutely phenomenal.
Amazing. Yeah.
But yeah, we've got, as I said, we've got over 200 people currently watching the campaign. So if we can get all of them to back and more, and one thing we didn't mention is that if you can't back, we understand that a lot of people and this time of year and all that might not be able to pledge towards a campaign, but sharing the link really helps the campaign. So it helps us meet new people, let people know that might not know about the project, that it's up and running and all that type of stuff. So if you can just share the link out, that's also amazing. So
yeah, absolutely. Any help would be greatly appreciated, and we love you.
We do. And I have to say, Dan, thank you so much for your time again. It's always amazing, you are jumping in and doing these type of things. And I'll try and steal a little bit more of your time before you go back working full time while you're over your break. I know you want to have a break, but I'll say
I'm into this 100%. So you tell me what you need, and I'll accommodate accordingly. I'll just tell Days, I'm like, no, I'm not coming in today. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I don't think that will be good. But to everyone that came along, thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed our live launch. This has been super fun. I hope you enjoyed Dan's live read. You've given us some really cool ideas, so we'll go away and come up, I think, with another couple of really unique and cool rewards that we can offer you, and look out for another update. I think one thing that we love doing is doing these live streams and chatting with you guys, and we'll see if we can organize getting a couple of you guys on as an extra reward as well. So thank you, Dan. Did you want to say anything else before we end?
Just thank you once again to everybody that showed up for the live stream. I know they're busy in their lives, and it's early morning, it's late at night, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support that you have shown us for volume 1 and now for volume 2. Like $4,000 in an hour and a half, that's fantastic. We're going to hit 10 grand in just a matter of who knows how long, but it's gonna happen. But I'm really excited about this. If it wasn't for you people, we would not be able to do what we want to do. So thank you. You make this possible, and I very much am grateful for all your support. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
And I'm not going to go after that. I'm just going to say thank you very much, guys, and we will see you next time.
Much love. Sleep